Yeah, I mean, my purpose is definitely for higher good. It's definitely never was money driven. Like, because you can't leave with it. And I don't believe in making millions and millions of dollars and just having it sit in the bank collecting interest when there's so much that needs to be done, so many people that could utilize that. And then my extra credit is credit from God. That's how I see it.
That's singer, songwriter, producer, and social entrepreneur Akon, who is currently using his platform and connections to inspire fans to see a better version of themselves and the world. His purpose has led him to establish businesses like Akon Lighting Africa and Acoin with the intent to empower African entrepreneurs by creating a cryptocurrency financial system and most noticeably providing light to 100 million residents because
once the sun goes down, they can't even properly study because that kerosene lamp is in the center of the floor that has to illuminate the whole building and you could barely even see. And then you're dealing with all the smoke that comes from the kerosene, so your eyes are blurry, watery, and then you have to read damn near in the dark in the process. So with these lights now, it allows them to be able to study so much later.
Real problems.
You don't see thieves out there no more. These guys that was, take advantage of women coming through night trying to get home or for rape or whatever the case. That now is completely diluted. So, I mean, we realized that crime rate went from 95% to damn near less than 10% after those lights were installed.
Career journeys.
You got it, then what? Okay, you go and work hard to make all these millions, buy all these houses, all these cars. Okay, now they're there, they're just sitting there, but then what?
And leadership lessons.
A leader is someone that knows how to motivate people to do things they never wished or thought that they could actually do. People that allows people to find the inner them to make themselves stronger when they didn't believe in themselves.
You're listening to the Real Leaders Podcast to find out what motivates people beyond their chosen careers. That's right, and welcome listeners and newcomers to the Real Leaders Podcast, where we feature CEOs, founders, and social entrepreneurs to learn what motivates them beyond their chosen careers. If you're looking to this podcast to kind of learn about Akon's music secrets and his fame, his fortune, his cars, and smack that, my apologies, but this interview, we really wanted to dive into how Akon's life experiences have changed his perspectives on the world. And more importantly, from the business side of things, what were the intentions behind starting these social enterprises, that these businesses that inherently create more impact as they scale. So it's a great interview. Akon really opened up about his feelings towards immigration, helping Africans in emerging markets, and I think the coolest thing I took away from this interview is what he said about what really drives him to do all these massive, good-hearted deeds. So thanks for listening, and it's a great, podcast and episode, no matter what stage of life you're in. And, Akon, we appreciate his time. He actually flew from Saudi Arabia just for this interview and then flew back. So, we really do appreciate his time, and I hope you can take as much away from this episode as I did. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the real Akon.